Welcome back to another Let's Talk. Today's Let's Talk, I'm going to be talking about drugs. Um, Not the harmful cocaine, meth, all that stuff. We all come to agree that that is awful. Not that. I'm talking about over-the-counter medication, prescription medication, and the fun topic that everybody loves to marijuana. Marijuana gets this conception that um, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, and I have mixed feelings about it, and only because of the stuff I've gathered. Um, so let's talk about drugs in the first place. I, as a child, couldn't take any. I couldn't swallow medication. It wasn't happening. So my grandmother, my nona, she used to put it in. She used to put it in applesauce, and I'd be very sick. Um, but that kind of stuck with me. When I when I became a teenager, I kind of wanted to fight off anything I can with my own body. Hot showers really worked with cold and sinuses. So this became a thing where that when I was a young adult, I could take children's aspirin to get rid of a headache. It's not like that anymore. You can see the grace. I actually have to take, actual medicine. But this, this, speaking of time, this made Chelsea laugh. She didn't believe me until she gave me half of a Tylenol with codeine, and I was higher than a kite for like hours. But that's because I've been trying to teach my body to fight things on its own. I don't like putting substances into my body like that. I do put harmful substance, caffeine, into my body all the time, fat. But that to me, I know that's wrong. And that's not going to help, but that is another story. So I try. And now, let's get on to marijuana prescription pills. I understand that for pain, it's needed. You take it until the pain goes away, and then you stop. And I understand marijuana. I really do. And this concept, I think it's the greatest thing on earth. It helps. It has helped my father for years. He has a shit back. He has put it through hell in order to take care of his family, and he has used marijuana in order to trick his brain into thinking that he's not injured, and it dulling the pain so he can carry on taking care of his family. So I understand that. That makes sense to me. I understand for cancer patients. They need it because it creates hunger, makes them hungry. The radiation makes them throw up, so they need to keep putting substance in their body in order for something to catch, and it fights the pain. And I get this over giving them morphine. My father could be taking morphine. He's in that much pain that the morphine would probably just take a bit off. But and the radiation from the chemo, but for cancer patients. But that's a tricky substance that can become very addictive very quickly. So in that regards, I am all for. I will fight, for marijuana all the way. I think that. Don't get me wrong. I think it should be legal. The government should just fucking get over itself. Just let it go all across the board, federal, state. Just legalize it. We have cigarettes. They cause way more harm than marijuana does. And then we have alcohol, again, causes way more harm. We're legalizing these things. Why not marijuana? Is the lesser of the things I just list. with that being said, it also is like those other things. In that it changes the chemical function of your brain. It changes the chemical. Your brain is electricity. Your memories are electrical. What cigarettes and marijuana and alcohol do is change the receptors. They change the way you receive things. I hear this all the time that, oh my God, marijuana causes people to have an artistic side, a visionary. It opens the brain. I agree and disagree at the same time. Now, I get it does because it brings down the walls you have up. You're already a creative person. It's already in there. But you have blocked yourself from yourself. You don't want to go through the disappointment. You don't want to go through that you're not good enough. So you put up walls. All those drugs do is take down the walls so you can get in there and get what you need. I try to do this on my own. Actually, I do this on my own. I'm not talking to y'all talking about this, talking about drugs, having this conversation, you know what I mean? So I've already taken down those walls. I take down those walls as much as I can on my own. I'd rather do it on my own because this is the problem. Once you start doing that and you don't regulate and you just keep doing it and you do it every time that you feel sleepy, upset, mad, every time you take a drug in order to fix a mental problem, and I know that some people say that's in your head, and we look at that as a negative thing, but in all essence, it is really in your head. Even psychological problems, it's in your head. It's not. So it can be dealt with in your head. Your head causes these problems. Your head can fix these problems. This is what I live by. I understand there are some cases that you need it. But I wholeheartedly believe that if you keep taking substances outside of your body in order to fix the problem within your body does not become dependent on you fixing it anymore. It becomes dependent on that fixing it. And to me, I can't have that. I just can't. I need me to be able to fix me. I need to be able to take a hot shower, relaxation, meditation. For sleeping, masturbation. There's many ways. And again, everything in moderation. You can't depend on everything all the time. It gets out of control. This brings me into psychologists, shrinks, anybody that is in that profession to help other people by sitting down and talking. I am talking way too fast. I have come to realize that they are not a bad thing. I used to think they are. I have come to realize what they actually do. And what they do is, I applaud them. Ones that take their time and actually do it. There are people out there who just make money to make money and just write a prescription and then bill you for the session. But I'm talking about the real ones. Now, they do offer medication. That is a thing. However, like I said before, the medication and the marijuana and all that is take the walls down. Once they have you in the office with your walls down, they can figure out what the exact problem is by listening. That's all they do, is they ask questions and they listen. I'm still trying to get a hold of that. I need to work on it better. I can listen and I do ask questions. However, if I don't, my brain has to process everything and it has to have an outcome. A reason why. There's got to be a reason, because there's always a reason. Nothing just happens. But I got to learn to stop pushing. I get a little too pushy sometimes. I need to realize that I can slow down, and if they don't want to talk about it, then they don't want to talk about it. It is not up to me to force them to talk about it. And it's not that I want to be a pushy asshole. I want to help as many people as I can. I have been depressed. I've been through all of that. I don't want anybody feeling like that. It hurts. But I also got to realize that people certain people, with the way they deal with things on their own. So back to psychologists. So they prescribe this for you in order to get you to open up, in order to take down those walls. And then they get in there, they find the problem, you discuss it, then you guys, you and the psychologist move on. And from there, you no longer need the medication, you can do it. My problem with medication is this, and marijuana too. It numbs the brain. Here's the problem. Here's the thing with medication. They cannot specifically target a thing. So it goes through your whole entire body. So if you take medication for your brain, it can't pinpoint the negative thoughts. That's not how this works. You can't just take the negative thoughts. Because if it did, everybody would be on it. What it does is shuts it down completely, where you are just mellow. Everything is just... And to me, that's a good thing, to open up to somebody to fix whatever is wrong with you, but I can't do it. I love my highs. I absolutely love being excited. I love getting, pumped up and jacked up about stupid shit like going to Star Wars. But with that, I need to also love when I get low, when I get upset or pissed, because that's just a fluctuation of me. And I love me. So I cannot have the thing where I'm like this, because then it's not me. Then I can't be putting out videos like this where I'm smiling talking about drugs, knowing I'm going to get backlash from all the hippies. I'm not hating on marijuana. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just telling you my perspective. I can't do it, so I find other ways within me to deal with it. And I also don't have a problem with talking. I don't have a problem with being honest and open. I just got to learn when I'm being too much open and honest, when people aren't asking for it. Like, just walk down a random stranger. Hey, I had a bagel this morning. That's something stupid. Can't just blurt everything to the homeless man sitting outside the street. He don't want to hear that crap. But that's it. That's my thing. I love being me. I love being up here and down here. I've gotten back to the point where I'm me with my music. I listen to music to clean and stuff. I used to be a nut for sappy love songs. Bryan Adams and Cher and all this stuff from back when my mom used to clean and we used to dance, and it kind of just rolled in my head. I stopped with all that stuff because of what was going on in my life and all this other stuff. But I've gotten back to the point where that stuff it reminds me of my mom. Yeah, I know, mother's boy. It reminds me of my mom. It reminds me of hope, and it makes me smile. It used to make me cry, but now it makes me smile. So I love being me, because I had to go through that in order to get here. They're both me. It's just me at different points. So that is my take on drugs. Don't do drugs. I'm gonna label that the name of the episode, just to see if Facebook will actually let me post it to Facebook. But I have talked your ear off long enough. Till next episode, much love, JD, out.